Hang on one second. We're starting a net, K4PEW. I just heard somebody mobile in there, and I was just ready to roll here. This is Kilo 4 Papa Echo Whiskey. Net control for the Mount Juliet Simplex radio net. Is there any emergency or priority traffic? I didn't think so. There never is. If there is, call 911 and then you can call us. Or you don't have to call us, but we'll talk to you. For information on this net, you can look on YouTube right now and type in my call, K4PEW, and you'll come up with a premiere. You can see the screen on my radio and figure out how your signal compares to others and hear stations that you might not normally hear with your own antenna. Let's see the net. Oh, there we go. Or you can go to our regular website, 146415.net, 146415.net, or you can go to our groups.io site. That's groups, groups.India Oscar. And just put their search block, put MJSS from Mount Juliet Simplex Society. Or you can go to, you can send me an email, k4pew@arrl.net. On the group site, you can just sign up for our email system, or you can just look on the front page and see the net schedule. It's a great place to be, though, if you're on selling or buying equipment, that kind of stuff. Because we got about 200 and something, 205 or 8 or something like that, people on the website locally. Purpose of that is to have fun. Figure out who you can hear, who you can't hear. Figure out why you haven't spent enough money on your antenna and why that's not up high enough. And then convincing yourself to get a second and third job to pay for all this stuff. Announcements. I only have a couple, but does anybody have any announcements before I get rolling? Oh, yeah. We're having the Santa Net. We are helping promote the Santa Net and having it on the radio this Christmas Eve, 7 p.m. on this frequency and on 446, 415, and on Zoom, and on, let's see, anything else besides Zoom? I forget. YouTube. Oh, yeah, on YouTube, obviously. It'll be simulcast on YouTube and Zoom and 2 frequencies, and I think that's it. But anyway, make sure it's for all ages, a nice presentation of a fun presentation for kids mostly, but also for adults who think they're kids. And anyway, it starts at 7 p.m. on Christmas Eve. Also, we don't want to forget the net. Today is Wednesday. Tonight we're doing 3 nets, which is the 2-meter net, the 10-meter net on 28.415, and then a 220 net on 223.415. And then, of course, Sunday night is the other 10-meter net at 7:30 p.m. on Sunday nights on the same frequency, 28.415. So got all those things going on. Any other announcements?
Yeah, 4WBC.
Hey, Chris, you got an announcement for me?
Yeah, don't forget this is our 4th Saturday breakfast.
Oh yeah. I wasn't going to forget. I was just wondering if anybody else had the announcements. I was going to mention that anyway. We have the Saturday breakfast over at what's the name of that restaurant already? It blew my mind after 2 weeks, after a week not being on the air. Over at what is the name of it?
Gold Corral.
Oh yeah, that's what it is. I don't know why that escapes me. Golden Corral. It's right there, right behind. It's in Hermitage, right behind the Chick-fil-A. I remember that one. Anyway, be there 8 o'clock. Their doors aren't open till 8. You can get there a few minutes early, but you're going to be standing outside or in your car because they don't open the doors until 8 a.m. But it's worth it, and you get to meet a bunch of hams you might not normally meet. Saturday, I don't know how attendance will be, but everybody should be full after Thursday, and because it's Thanksgiving weekend. But anyway, we'd be happy to see you there. Everyone's welcome. Ham or not hams are welcome. Any other announcements? Well, very good. I want to appreciate Michael, KM4YRF, and Eddie, W4EBX, for filling in for me this past week. I'm recovering from surgery I had on, a week ago yesterday, Tuesday. So I'm doing fine. I'm still recovering, I will say, because it's surgery sucks. It really does. and I'm wearing what do you call it, a catheter bag for the bladder bag for about 3 weeks. So I look like I'm carrying around a trick or treat bag all day. It's not fun. It does have its advantages. It's called, I don't have to worry about getting up in the middle of the night. I can take a nap and never worry about getting up. It's great. It's, it sounds stupid, but it's true. Anyway, any other announcements? Very good. I believe I have this right. It should be net number 851. Like I said, Eddie and Michael filled in very well. I only think I listened to one of those nets or part of one of those nets because I was the first week or so, man, I was really struggling. So I was kind of off air the whole time. But anyway, we're starting with from the east, net number 851. Yeah, I think that's it. And we'll be taking, let's see, people short on time first. Please come now. Is that, did I hear K4 Victor Charlie?
Yeah, November 4, Victor Charlie, Paul, named Al, over here in Hendersonville. I'm getting ready to step out of the car, and I may or may not be back later.
Oh, very good, Al. I'm sorry, I messed up your call there, but yeah, I haven't heard from you in a while. You doing all right?
Yeah, doing pretty good. Just running the 5 watts in the night out here, so I'm doing good here in Hendersonville. And maybe catch you later. But if not, then good Thanksgiving and might make it Saturday night.
Oh, that'd be great. Very good. Really glad to see it. People show up just to see you. You know that.
He's very good in Lebanon.
Oh, I hope so. He's up in Hendersonville with a mag mount up there mobile, so he's doing good. He's doing good to me. Al, good to hear you in there. Anything else for the net? Very good. You have a good one. That was Al, November 4, Victor Charlie. He's in Hendersonville mobile at the moment on a mag mount. Who else is short on time? KQ480. How you doing, John?
Hey, what's going on, Paul? Sorry, I was changing babies and I heard the net going on. How's everybody going?
Pretty good. You were changing what?
Everyone, every.
You were changing what? What did you say you were changing, John?
Changing babies. I got a 7-week-old and then the almost 2-year-old.
Oh, yeah, that's just trouble. Looking for more trouble.
Yeah, roger that. Well, happy Thanksgiving, everyone. And Paul, it's good to hear you again. KQ480.
Yeah, very good. That is John. Kilo Quebec 4 Alpha Delta Oscar. And it's Brentwood. Do I have that right?
Yeah, roger.
Yeah, very good. My memory's, I tell you what, last week was kind of a blur. After you've been under anesthesia and then the painkillers, I felt like I erased half my memory. Good to have you in there, John. That's Kilo Quebec 4 Alpha Delta Oscar. Who else is? I hope you have a great Thanksgiving with the family, by the way. Who else is short on time?
KR4AZ.
Had a couple in there, but I heard Tim was right on top of everybody there. Tim, how are you?
Doing all right, Paul. How about yourself? Glad you're back in here.
Oh, yeah, it's good to be back. And it's funny, though, I've only had a major surgery once before, and I learned, again, I relearned from 35 years ago or so, 30, maybe 30, I forget, 30 something, that surgery knocks the crap out of you. You know, it really makes you struggle for a while.
Oh, yeah. Basically, about everything. You got to get everything back to normal. So, the man sounds like he's back on climbing. Get back on the top shelf. Ready to get you back in here.
Oh, yeah, very good. Anything else for the net, Tim? Do everything good with the family?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Everything going pretty good. Yes, we'll have dinner with the kids tomorrow. That's one of their houses on Coffee County, I guess. So, anyway, I'll turn it back over to Ned. Like I said, glad you're doing better, Paul. And hope everybody, hey, for you and everybody on there has a wonderful Thanksgiving. You have a lot of big things for us. 73, friends, KR4AZ.
Yeah, very good. That's Tim in Murfreesboro, Kilo Romeo 4 Alpha Zulu. Great signal. Wishing everybody a good Thanksgiving. Who else is either short on time? Short on time. We'll leave it at that. Hey, how are you there, Mr. Bill? Oh, yeah, I'm. Yeah, being ill or having recovering from that kind of thing can be problematic, but it's always good to be backing up and feeling. I am feeling better, but it's I still got a little ways to go. So, are you doing all right? Well, very good. I hope you're doing well for this Thanksgiving weekend. Like Tim said, we've got a lot to be thankful for. Anything else for the net, Bill? Very good. That's Kilo Mike 4, November Yankee. Who else is short on time?
KT4,
Is that Chris? Is it Alpha Echo Tango?
yes, it is, sir.
The reason I ask is your signals are usually much stronger than that, Chris.
On my AC and be lazy in the house near a window.
Yeah, I caught you, didn't I?
Too cold to be outside.
Oh, I understand. I hope you're having a good Thanksgiving this weekend.
Plan to. We're getting the whole family over tomorrow, so I'm short on time because we're going to be getting the house ready for everybody to come on over tomorrow afternoon. And I just do want to say it's good to hear you back up on the net there, Paul. Appreciate you being around.
Oh yeah, very good. It's almost like if I die, they'll have to dig me up and drag me back into the net and just put my face up on the screen. Anyway, anything else for the net, Chris?
No, sir. Everybody have a great Thanksgiving 73.
Very good. That's Chris in Rural Hill, Kilo Quebec for Alpha Echo Tango. Who else is short on time? I got no audio on that. I heard the on and the off and a tone of some kind, but no audio. All right. Anybody else short on time?
Yeah, for us, I think.
You're not bringing in the XYL today?
We're fixing to start doing some Thanksgiving prep, and I'm going to just call it a quick eating. Glad you're back. Glad you're feeling better. Hope you have a good Thanksgiving. Hope everybody has a good Thanksgiving and a safe one. And I'll shut up and get out of the way. Y'all carry on. KI4S, I be KI4S or sit down.
Yeah, very good. That's Richard and Stephanie in west of downtown Lebanon, Kilo India 4 Sierra India Bravo, and Kilo India 4 Sierra Oscar Romeo. Who else is, anybody else short on time? Going to the south then. Who is that south? No, east, excuse me. Sorry. It was east. I'm pretty sure I don't know what rotation the other two guys were in, but I have two nets would have taken me to the east. So east, please come in.
WA4 is that HI.
Hello, James. Up.
Oh, minor cold.
So you have a minor cold?
Yes.
Oh well, I'm glad it's minor because they got too many other crazy things going around.
Pretty well, just regular medicine.
Ah, very good. Whole family catch it or just you?
Oh, most of us have it.
Yeah, well, that's kind of the normal, isn't it? Everything else okay though?
Yeah, everything's doing pretty well.
Very good. I hope you have a good, in spite of the colds, I hope you all have a nice Thanksgiving.
Yeah, my wife's making plans for it.
Excellent. Unfortunately, if you all get colds, you can't really have anybody over, can you?
Well, we take care of it ourselves.
Oh, I understand. Very good. Well, very good. Anything else for the net, James?
Nothing right now.
All right, sounds good. That was James here in Mount Juliet, Whiskey Alpha 4, the Zulu Hotel India. Who else is east?
KT4 TXD, Chris in Rural Hill.
Hello, Chris. How are you?
Hey, doing good, Paul. How about you?
Oh, still working on getting better. If you don't mind a lot of uncomfortableness for 3 weeks, you're in great shape, you know.
Well, hey, at least you're on the right track, right?
I'd like to think so. The problem was I don't think I had a normal food until Sunday. There was always liquid diet and liquid kind of the applesauce and puddings and fluids and soups, and it gets old.
Yeah, it's a bit of a test in itself, huh?
Well, it's just anyway, having medical procedures isn't fun no matter what you got going on.
No, not at all.
Oh yeah, not too bad at all. It's I wish I got another couple of weeks to go here before I could do anything. So I'm looking forward to getting something done.
Oh, I can imagine you'll be going crazy.
Already going crazy.
Well, it's good to hear from you.
Very good. Anything else for the net, Chris?
That's all I've got. 73. Everyone have a happy Thanksgiving.
Yep. Everybody have a happy Thanksgiving from Chris, Kilo Golf 4 Charlie X-ray Echo. Who else is east? East or north?
Okay, for you.
Oh, there we go. How you doing, Stan?
Doing well, Paul. Sounds like you're doing better.
Oh yeah, I couldn't. It's funny that I thought I had this idea that Wednesday night, this past Wednesday night, I might have been able to get on the air, and I realized I don't think I could have talked for 1 minute without passing out. I was so felt so bad. And then Saturday night, I was like, nah, not a chance. Just, it hurt, you know. It's one of those things that you just don't feel like doing anything.
Yeah, but don't give me time. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's always. I don't know whether it's the anesthesia or the trauma or what it is, but it sure does knock you in the butt.
Yeah, it sure does, Paul. I'll hook you up back in that K4Q.
Yeah, very good. That was Stan, Kilo Mike 4 Hotel, Quebec Echo. Who else is east or north?
KE4TW.
Hello, Wes. You doing okay?
Doing okay. I'm up a 40-meter downhole today, making some progress here. Glad to hear you on. I just walked in the door, so I heard Stan. Just trying to get a deal of bracket here with this GP.
No, it's doing real good. As you know, you did real fine on 70 centimeters as well.
Oh, yeah. I'll be listening. I'll be making some notes. KE4TW.
Yeah, very good. That is Wes, Kilo Echo 4 Tango Whiskey India up by the river north of Lebanon. Who else is north?
WB0
If I wanted to ask you, is your arm getting any better, Mark?
No, not really. But I don't have a catheter in it.
Oh, thankfully, because after you go through those things in a surgery, like I said, I haven't only had this is my second surgery, so to speak. I've had some other minor repairs, but my right arm has got a bruise on it from. I'll explain some other time about what they do in that procedure. But man, it looks like somebody beat my arm with a 2x4.
Yeah, I heard you saying that. And I've developed a mental picture, which I've been trying to get rid of for about the last 4 or 5 days. But in any case, I'm glad you're doing better.
Oh yeah, me too. Because really, I'll just say you really got to push through feeling bad. I mean, that's just what it is to me. It's so uncomfortable to be, it's so uncomfortable to be uncomfortable. I'll put it that way. It's not like there's serious pain going on. It's just that every time you move, every time you walk, every time you talk, it's just a pain. Anyway, anything else on that, Mark?
Nope, not a thing. Have a happy Thanksgiving, and we'll try to make it Saturday morning. But I'm not sitting next to the guy with the catheter.
Oh no, I got a stealth catheter bag.
Okay. At least it would be handy for drinking lots of coffee.
Yeah, but you can't let it get infected. Well, it's not a really stupid story, but the nurse even told me, or whoever it was, and she said, you'll know if it's, the bag is full because then you feel like you have to go to the bathroom because when you have a catheter, you can't tell when you're going to the bathroom.
Yep. All right. Enough of that talk. Have a good evening.
Yeah, we're not trying to make this the health net. That was Mark in Northwest Wilson County. Whiskey Bravo 0, November, Oscar. Anybody else north? North or west?
KO4OTB.
Hey, Joel, everything okay?
Absolutely. How about you?
Oh, I'm getting along just fine. I'll be better. Well, I'm better every day a little bit, but I'm pretty almost up to full speed, if there's such a thing.
Roger that, man. I didn't know. Did you have a surgery?
Yeah, I did. I had I shouldn't have to go into details, but it's what they call a radical prostatectomy. Had that removed as it was progressively getting more cancer cells in. I said, nope, time to go.
Oh, no doubt. Good deal, man. I'm glad you caught that. Yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't do. All I heard was you were feeling under the weather last week, and tonight, I'm off tomorrow. Obviously, but I figured I'd get on the net, but I didn't know that till tonight.
Yeah, it's I don't. It's not a big deal. I mean, it is a big deal to me, but it's just I just that's the like I said, the only the second time in my whole life I've really had a serious. Right. By the way, so everybody knows, whoever's still listening, is that it actually uses. It's called robotically assisted surgery. Now, I did not get to see the equipment, but it actually a lot of it's done with software and robotic something. And I'll have to look at it. He said there's images on the web of doing that surgery, not to me, but well, maybe it is me when they just snuck it in there. I didn't sign off on that one. But they actually have a robot that does the surgery.
Oh wow! I had a buddy had the same thing in a hernia in his stomach not too long ago. I don't know, maybe a month ago now, and he had a same thing. They just got the robot in there to do it, and he said if it wasn't, he said he couldn't have done it if it wasn't for that robot. The doctor told my buddy that, and he says, man, if it wasn't for that, he'd probably been have to wear a colostomy bag.
I guess so. It's a very, because of the precision necessary. I guess the robot for all kinds of surgeries is now used just because it's more accurate than humans.
And that's what I'm guessing too. And I'm grateful for that. I think that's an amazing thing. But I tell you, anytime I hear the C word, man, that's a big deal to me.
Yeah, it was just interesting that you say that. Cancer's always scary, always. I don't care who you are, unless you're 99 years old. But the survival rates for almost all forms of cancer have gone down considerably over the last 30 years.
And that's a great thing, man. 'Cause I tell you, that's one thing I just can't. I've watched a lot of people suffer through that, and I've suffered a lot myself. Especially when I hospitals with it, man. It just, I don't know, it just jerks my heart, man.
Yeah, I think I said that wrong. So yeah, I think everybody heard it right, but the survival rate has gone up. Well, it's gone up for all things. The only ones that's gotten slightly worse on, I think, was kidneys or kidney cancer. Or I think the other one was um, pancreatic cancer, which are very tough very tough cancers. I understand.
Oh yeah, I guarantee it is.
Anyway, so it's that kind of thing, though. Those soft. I think they call them soft tissue cancers, like lung and kidneys, and they're all nasty to deal with if you don't catch them early. And I do recommend, as I said in my email to everybody else, that you didn't see, is that do get your PSA levels checked, because 17 point something percent of men do get diagnosed with prostate, and it's important that you catch it early.
Oh yeah, I do my yearly. I get my blood work done actually next month, I think.
Yeah, no, it's important because they caught mine real early, and they said okay, and they actually put you on a plan to do that testing more often, and then they'll actually, if they see the levels rise even the slightest bit, they'll actually go in and do a biopsy, which isn't horrible. Let's put it this way, it's tolerable. Most men would be able to take it. I mean, it's not like they're cutting you wide open. It's just anyway, it's just a needle biopsy, and it's almost painless. But anyway, to verify, and I had like 3 of those over the past 2 years or something like that. And that's when they said, "Okay, we've had enough. Let's move on."
Well, good. I'm glad you made it out of there, man, unscathed. That's good news to hear, man. I'm glad to hear you back on the air.
Oh yeah, very good. Appreciate that. No, and anyway, no, it's not. When the lab report comes back from whatever they do in the lab, they send it out to. By the way, I always got if it's a robot. I guess the robot doesn't have to do that checkbox. I'm not a robot.
Yeah, did you get to fill out the forms for male, female, or other yet?
No. Well, they double checked to be sure. They knew what it was.
Roger that.
Yeah, no, it's crazy world. Crazy world we live in, Joel. My pronouns are hey you. Anyway, there was Joel and Joelton. Kilo Oscar for Oscar Tango Victor. Who else is north or west? Oh yeah, I heard that's who I heard, and it was Greg. I was trying to figure out that call there. How you doing, Greg? All righty.
With all your trials and tribulations, are you standing up or are you sitting down?
Well, at the moment, I'm sitting down. Yeah.
Okay, just checking. But anyway, I'm glad you made it through your surgery, and it'll all get better in the long run. And I'm glad to have you back aboard.
Oh yeah. Well, one of the difficulties with any kind of a, but because they're punching holes in your abdomen, and so it takes a while for that discomfort, I'll say pain, to go away. And it was difficult, even laying down. You'd lay down carefully, and then it's hard to roll over on your side. And because of this tube, I can't lay on my stomach, which I hate laying on my back. So it's just always, it's very uncomfortable, at least for the first week.
Well, I do want to wish you well. As always, we've said that before. And you and your family have a good Thanksgiving. And you're going to get better. You'll be better in no time. And we're looking forward to it. So we'll let you go. 73 to you and everyone on the net. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone. KB9 OCD back to net.
Very good. That was Greg. I hope to see you on the 220 net later. That was Greg at KB9 OCD in Pleasant View. Who else is West?
Okay, 14Q.
Hey, TNQ, hold on 1 second. I got you right on top. Okay, Chris was right on top. I think it was Chris. Chris, was that UKF4WBZ?
Yes, sir.
Ah, very good. Everything well?
Yes, sir. Hope everything's good with you. Good Thanksgiving and Saturday morning.
Yeah, I wonder if they're going to have turkey on Saturday.
I'll be there. I guess we'll find out.
Yeah, very good. Anyway, was anything else for that, Chris?
No. Check in. Yeah. Back to that. Can't afford it.
Yeah, very good. That's Chris, Kilo India 4 Whiskey Bravo Zulu, and he's in Hermitage. Hermitage. Yeah, Hermitage. That's right. And I heard Charles in there, KB9, KB4 TNQ. Is that right? KB? KC4. I get my numbers all messed up today. It's Kilo Charlie 4 TNQ, isn't it?
Roger, Paul. Good to hear you're feeling better. Your energy sounds good on the radio.
Yeah, I'm doing. I couldn't have done this last week. They would have killed me. I would have to go. Okay, somebody pick up the plane. They pick up the steering wheel here.
Yeah, he was talking about that. I was kind of looking up some stuff on YouTube, and man, some of those surgeries was like, I don't think so.
What was funny about it is that I didn't know anything about that kind of surgery, nor did I really want to know. It's not one of those things you wonder about. And I wondered why after the surgery, and even up till today, I have a little bit of problems in my left hand. This numbness, this tingling and numbness in most of my fingers and thumb and hand. And what the heck? And finally, I asked the doctor, I said, hey, what's the deal? And what they do is, because it's a robot surgery, when they put you in that table, you are like, but they like wrap you like a mummy and slap, like tie you down to the table so you can't move at all. And so they do it in such a snug way. And actually, I don't know whether it pinched a nerve or it pressed on a blood vessel. I don't know what it did though. And both arms, that's why one arm it's tingly and the other arm was sore, and the big bruise on my arm, it's because they wrap you so tight. It's weird.
Yeah, about, I don't know, 15 years or so ago, I had surgery, and the doctor asked me that I want to localize. I said, man, I want to go in, go to sleep, come back, and wake up in my room. I don't want to know anything in between.
Isn't it?
Yeah, and if you don't make it, well, who knows, right?
That's right. You hope you wake up on the right side, right?
Exactly. All right, Paul, let you get on with it. I'm just preparing myself to be miserable tomorrow, and I hope you get to have a little bit of something. So anyway, everyone have a good evening. I go ahead and say 7:30, KC14Q.
Yeah, very good. That's Charles. He's in West Nashville. Kilo Charlie 4 Tango, November, Quebec. Great signal. Who else is West?
Kilo Mike 4, Mike X-ray Echo, Clint and Old Hickory.
Oh, very good. How are you? That was Kilo Mike 4, Mike X-ray Echo. What was it? The first name was what?
Clint, like old Streetwood. Doing good. How about you? The radio turning shut back?
Oh, yeah. No, it's all good. It's so funny when you don't. Let's put it this way: when you're fully abled person, it's you turn on the radio, you get on the radio, you get off the radio, you do whatever you want to do. It's funny when all of a sudden you can't do it because you feel bad. You don't care if the radio's on or off. Just because you can't mess with it.
Yes, sir. Well, the frequency was quiet without you, but we're glad you're back. I'll pass over and on to the next one.
Yeah, very good, Clint. Yeah, you got a great signal, by the way.
I'm using the same radio you use. I just made upgrades to that antenna you guys had.
Oh, you don't need it for me, believe me. But you got a great signal. That was Clint in Old Hickory, Kilo Mike 4, Mike X-Ray Echo. Anybody else west? I think I heard KO4. There might have been a couple of people in there. Is it KO4 MKD?
Roger. Doug and Greenbar. It was Michael. It was KM4 when I heard it.
Okay, great. Hold on there, Doug. Yeah, go ahead, Doug.
Yeah, this is Doug in Greenbrier. I said I'm glad to hear you back on the great. For you, we missed you, and looking forward to a certain day tomorrow. By the way, I want to remind everybody that just before you go to bed tonight, you need to turn your bathroom scales back 15 pounds.
Very good. Yeah, it's true. But everything else going well for you and the family?
Oh, yeah, we got a house full of family came down before. Kids, sons, granddogs. Big crowd coming tomorrow, so yeah, it'll be chaos here.
Oh, that sounds great.
All right, well, I won't stretch it out. I know you got a lot of folks who want to say hi, so say 73 to all. Happy Thanksgiving, and I'll be clear.
All right, very good. That's Doug in Greenbrier. Kilo Oscar 4 Mike, Kilo Delta. Great signal. Who else is west? Oh, no, let's wait before I say that. Mike, KM4YRF, still out there? Wow, that was a really crappy signal, man. Does Rick pay for the electric bills over there? I'm not sure he's hearing me properly, but that was Mike, KM4YRF. And I presume he's checking in his brother, Kilo November 4 Tango Juliet Foxtrot, and they're both in Ashland City. Did I hear that right there, Jack?
Yeah, you did. KG4IOD. You heard it. Barely here.
Oh, wow. That's interesting. Yeah, I can barely hear him. So the conditions going over to the northwest are horrible for me and him.
Well, hear you back on the air, Paul. And great, everybody. Hope everyone has a good Thanksgiving.
Yeah, very good. We got Jack in there. KG4ILV. See, my memory it's funny how some of it's still there. That was Jack in Donaldson, and that's Kilo Golf 4 India Lima Victor. Who else is west?
Kilo Self-Support, Charlie, but Directo, Greg, and Anya.
Hey, Greg. How are you hearing people up there? Were you able to hear Michael at all from your location?
Not tonight, nothing at all. I've had a couple of weeks on it to have.
Yeah, well, he tells me he's moving to East Nashville.
That's what you mentioned something like that. Well, that's good. Well, that's been a year since I had my surgery where they chopped off my toe. But that was actually pretty smooth, oddly enough. And I'm thankful that you're better because now I won't feel pressure to call Annette.
Yeah, that's very good. Did they do that under general anesthesia or just isolated your foot?
No. I wanted to be in La La Land. They didn't even offer, so I suspicious. Yeah, they didn't offer.
Yeah, I got you. I had a surgery one time. Not a surgery, a procedure. I had some stomach problems, and they were going to do the endoscopy, I think they call it too. And before they did that, they was putting in the port in my left hand, and to put in, I think it was Valium, but I'm not positive. And I'd never seen this doctor before, or he didn't know me well. And I said, as I'm telling him, I said, I understand. I just want to let you know I had many doctors under anesthetized due to my size. As I didn't even finish the sentence, and I went out.
There you go. Yeah, I had to sleep with this. They said, "Did you want to put to sleep?" And my response was absolutely, and they all laughed.
Yeah, it's true. No, it's I asked when the anesthesia team came over. I said they said, "Hey, we're with the anesthesia." It was the pre-op stuff, laying in this just the general area. And he said, "You're not still using those leather mallets, are you?"
What is that?
Oh, a big leather mallet or a wooden mallet, to whack me with.
I hear you.
Anyway, yeah, they laughed. They thought it was funny, and then they whacked me. Anyway, that was Greg, Kilo Delta 4, Charlie, Victor, Echo, and he's in Antioch. Great signal as always. Now, you should never feel pressured to do the net. It should be fun. By the way, I'd say we're net numbers. You can imagine we've done 851 nets. It's unbelievable to me. Anyway, who else is West? I think that was WA4FHY. Is that what I heard? There was a double in there. I'll take you first. How's it going?
Oh, going fine. Good to be back.
Oh yeah, it's good to be back. It's yeah, you feel like you go way down in the dumps and you come back up, and just to recover in a week to me is a good deal.
Good to hear. Carry on. Keep on doing that.
Oh yeah, no, it's all good. Even when it's bad, it's good. We have a lot to be thankful for. We're really good. I've had a good life. Anyway, that's Paul, and he's in Old Hickory. That's Whiskey Alpha for Foxtrot Hotel Yankee. Great signal, by the way, Paul. Who else is West?
Canadian UT.
Hey, what's up, Carl?
Hey, Paul. Glad you're doing better.
Oh yeah, I'm glad I'm doing better too, because my wife's tired of hearing me complain.
Yes, sir. Well, thanks for doing the net.
Oh yeah, very good. How's it going with you and your family?
Doing good. Doing some stretches, ready to eat too much.
Yeah, what's the problem is when you stop eating a lot, which I've learned in the last couple of years, your stomach can't handle bigger meals later. It's unbelievable how dumb that is.
Yeah, that's true.
You got to practice eating by eating a lot. And it is true. I think it is true. I don't know why that is, but it's true.
Yeah, absolutely. It does shrink. I believe it. Thanks again, buddy. NADN UT.
Very good. That's Carl, November 8, November Uniform Tango, and he's in Franklin. As Tom used to say, N2. Is this called N2 NUT?
Yeah, that's what he was.
Or he is, I hope. Is he still N2 NUT?
Yeah, still is.
Okay. How do the Alabamians take him having a 2 call from New York?
I think they don't even play with him, even though he's got a pork chop around his neck.
I got on him about that when he changed his call. It cracked me up. Anyway, because he told me he'd always consider me a Yankee, even though I've lived in the South for 40 years. And I said, and then when he got that call, I said, you got a call from New York State. You know that.
Yeah.
Anyway, I just found it humorous because he's a pretty good guy. He took it well. Anyway, that was Carl, and he's in Franklin. But Tom was going to finish it. Tom used to say, or I've heard him say, that he lives in I think, what did he say, the ghetto part of Franklin?
Yeah, that's where he lived. It's down the road from the trailer park.
Hey, don't be ragging on trailer parks. What I grew up in.
No, that's his word.
No, I know. Anyway, that was Carl in Franklin, but it's not the trailer park area. Who else is West? West or South? All right, I did get Q in there. KF or KFQ. Tony, everything okay?
Unless you've heard something.
Nah, I can't say anything on the air. You know that.
Okay, well, I know you keep telling all these people about all this surgery, but I keep telling you they can't fix ugly.
Oh, I know. They told me that right up. That they don't have any expectations to get better.
Okay, well, just didn't want you to wake up, look in the mirror, and go, "Hey, nothing's changed."
Well, even when they do changes, I heard a psychiatrist say that one time that even when people do get changes to surgery, to cosmetic surgery to their face, if you're not prepared, you still think you look like the way you used to.
Well, it's break it to you, but you do.
I'm sure I do. Yeah, because I didn't have any surgery marks on my face, so they were doing it. It was faith healing of the face.
Yeah. Well, you're talking about getting all beat up. You must have had that economy anesthesia. Instead of giving you a propofol, they just put a pillow over your face and healed it then.
Maybe, I don't know. They saw. I don't know what they saw, but I think I had the sadomasochist tour.
Yeah, probably. Anyway, everybody be on the Santa Net on Christmas Eve. You can check in. Hello, you can check in. Even if you don't have little ones, you can check in. I get lonely out there sometimes. Care for kids.
You heard that Santa's begging for check-in, so when he does the net on New Year's, on Christmas Eve, just check in, say hi, tell Tony's doing a great. Tell Tony that Santa's doing a great job. And that's Tony, Kilo Foxtrot 4, Kilo Foxtrot Quebec, and he is in Smyrna. Who else is south?
Whiskey Oscar for you.
Hey, how you doing, Mike?
Cool, Paul. Good to hear you back.
Yeah, it's good to be back. It's good to be here, everybody on the air. It's always good. It's never not good. I mean, it sounds like a silly thing for me to, and I've said it enough. If you're going to have a radio, you got to get on the air.
Well, that's right. You dealing with that GSA number? My dad had that issue, and his numbers got up high enough to where they were talking about those radioactive pellets or something like that. And then the numbers went way down, back to normal, and so never had to worry about it again.
Yeah, it's apparently there's some variableness on what causes that. That's why they just monitor the levels over time to see if they're consistently, and that's when they make a decision at some point to do a biopsy. I don't really know all the procedures, but and actually that was one of the things I said. What do you think the best alternatives are at this point? I said I know that. I said there is, um, the radiation and chemotherapy, and they said, well, there's no guarantees on those two at all. We can guarantee is both of those things will destroy cancer and parts of you. So those aren't necessarily the best options.
Yeah. At the same time, he was getting at the age. He was probably getting 80, early 80s by then, and they said, if the numbers came back up, at his age, it would be safer just to leave it alone.
Yeah, I hear it. I know what you're saying. It makes sense, really, because I know my mother had she had bladder cancer in her later years, around 91, and there's no way she's going to go in and have bladder surgery, at 91 years old.
So, hey, y'all talking about going under a general anesthesia, hoping you wake up on the right side. When I got scheduled for my first and only, I hope, general anesthesia for my hip surgery, I decided to get baptized in the Buffalo River.
Oh, wow. The Buffalo River. Why do I know that? Buffalo River. I know of one, but which one are you talking about?
Oh, this is down in Wayne County where we got the farm, but it runs off into Lewis and Lawrence County. But anyway, I thought I better take care of that business.
Oh yeah. I'm glad you did. That's it's true though, because there is a percentage. I don't know what it is. I think it's less than 1%. The people that die from anesthesia.
Well, yeah, I've known two people that went for simple surgery and had blood clots kill them.
Oh wow, that's amazing, isn't it? That's just the luck of I say the luck. You never know which day is yours.
That's true. All righty, well, I'm going to wish everybody happy holidays. I'll let you get back to it. Whiskey Oscar 4 Yankee, Mike and Laverne.
Yeah, very good. That's Mike and Laverne. Kilo. I had put down whiskey. Isn't that funny? Kilo Oscar 4 Yankee. Anyway, good signal, Mike. Who else is south or anywhere?
Kilo Echo 4 Sierra Yankee Victor.
Hello, Mr. Larry.
Hey, Paul, got a quick tip for you, man. Don't get that catheter hung up on anything. Pull it, it will hurt.
Don't worry, I've already done it.
I was too late. All right, we'll let you get on with it, man. KE4, that's what I mean.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, you got to be careful with that things hanging out of your body. Anyway, that was Larry in Rockville, Kilo Echo 4 Sierra Yankee Victor. Of course, he does the D-Star Net on Saturday night, so make sure to check in there. That's at 7:30 on no 7:15, excuse me, 7:15 on Saturday nights on 146,460. I was trying to remember that. You can look on the net schedule on the front of the group site. Anybody else, Sal?
Kilo India 4, November Delta, November.
Hello, brother David. What's up?
Hello, Mr. Paul. Glad to hear you back on the air there, old man. For sure, and wish you and everybody on the end a happy Thanksgiving. It's been said many times already, and you got a good signal here, and as always, doing a great job. Glad to hear you back, sir.
Ah, very good. Glad to be back. Everything good with you?
Yeah, got no complaints, Mr. Paul. Especially over there in wine and I've got some complaints, but it wouldn't go over there real well, you know.
No. Some things are best left unsaid.
Yes, sir. But I tell you what, like we said earlier, you'll always be a Yankee, but welcome, sir, to be you're a Southern. So,
Oh yeah, no, it's so many. Listen, where you grow up is always special to always. I don't care where you're from. And to me, though, I enjoy the people of the South more than I enjoy the people in the North.
well, that's a fine compliment, sir. A very fine compliment. I appreciate you, sir.
Yeah, very good. No, it's not a. It's just it's true. I mean, that's the first thing. Almost everybody who comes to the South, almost everybody who comes from the North to like the Northeast or Illinois or that neck of the woods, and they come to the South, and I ask people, what's the first thing you notice? And they go, about the Southern people, and they go, they're nice. You know, they're very polite, they're very cordial. I go, huh? Said, so is that different than where you live?
Well, the South is considered the Bible Belt, so it's a lot of good Christian people. That's for sure.
Oh, no question about it. And the difference is noticeable. Let me tell you, it was noticeable to my mother. My mother, who's a fine Christian, it's one of the first things she noticed when she moved in with me when we went out to the senior center. She said, "Boy, people are not afraid to express their faith here."
That's right. Absolutely. And I hope that never changes. Anyway, thank you for what you do, Mr. Paul. God bless you and everybody that's within the sound of this voice. And celebrate all. KFOND.
Very good. That was David, Kilo India 4, November Delta November. Who else? Anybody else? South or anywhere? We got lollygaggers, lurkers, sandbaggers, etc. Anybody else out there? I didn't want to leave out the skulkers, slackers, or lackeys. Nothing heard. We had 29 check-ins, a very nice number for a Thanksgiving. I didn't expect so many people to show up on a holiday weekend, but I guess everybody's got tomorrow, or most people have tomorrow off. And of course, like I said, if we had everybody check in, we'd have 150 or 200, however many are able to check in from that are on the mailing list. But appreciate everybody who's being there and appreciate the well wishes. I'm going to move over to 28.415 unless I hear somebody complain about checking in. Very good. Then we'll move over to 28.415. Get you there momentarily. K4P. Then. This is Kilo 4 Papa Echo Whiskey with the Mount Juliet Simplex Radio Net on 10 meters upper side band. Looking for check-ins from the east. Please come in. Anybody from the east, please come down. Anybody from the north?
WP0 good evening.
Hey, Mark, you sound good. Well, let's see how many other people I can ask. You sound really great tonight. Anybody else west? I'm sorry, that was Whiskey Bravo 0 November Oscar. Who else is north? North or west? Okay, I caught a few. Who was the X-ray Echo?
Kilo Mike 4 Mike X-ray Echo Clint.
Oh, very good, Clint. Kilo Mike 4 Mike X-ray Echo and Old Hickory, right? I had to get that. I got that correct, didn't I?
Yes, sir. Old Hickory.
Very good. That was Old Hickory. Kilo Mike 4. Man, I'm getting it's Mike X-ray Echo. I scribbled my name here, but your name, your call here. I'm sorry. Anybody else? Who was the other party in there besides him? Ah, very good. Got you in there, Greg. You sound good. What antenna are you using tonight? Which antenna are you using? Oh, very good. It's working fine. The signal is just a little bit low, but it just may be conditions. Very good. That's Greg, and he's in Pleasant View, Kilo Bravo 9, Oscar, Charlie Delta. Who else is north? Anybody north or west?
Kilo Golf 4, India Lima Victor, Jack and Donaldson.
All right, a double or triple there, but we had Jack or a strong signal that overpowered the others. Kilo Golf 4, India Lima Victor. Who else was in there?
Kilo Mike 4, Yankee Romeo Foxtrot, JN 4 TJM.
Hey, very good. Yeah, it was your signal is much better on 10 meters than it was on 2 there, Michael.
Man, I tell you, this is the first time I've not been able to hear you hardly at all. I even wrote on the chat side that you were on full power.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, it sounds good that way. It sounds good on 10 meters, though, Michael.
Well, good deal. I don't have anything else. I just want to say happy Thanksgiving to everybody, and be listening for you, Saturday night.
Yeah, very good. That's Mike and his brother Rick. It's Kilo Mike 4 Yankee Romeo Foxtrot and Kilo November 4 Tango Juliet Foxtrot in Ashland City. Who else is west?
Kilo 4 Alpha Lima.
Hey, okay, I got the Al in there. How you doing, Al? You made it back.
Yeah, I've been busy and have a shack to apart, but I got it all back together, and here I am.
All right, you sound good. That's Kilo 4 Alpha Lima. And you're normally, is it Cottontown?
What was that again?
Where are you now? You're not still mobile, are you?
I'm still remoting it over the antennas and everything are kind of the old area.
Oh, okay, very good. No, it's old here. You get a good signal. I was just wondering if you were still mobile. Well, very good. That's Al, Kilo 4 Alpha Lima. He's actually doing remote base in the Old Hickory area. Who else was in there on from the west?
Kilo Charlie 4 Tango November Quebec.
Very good. I got Charles in there with a nice signal in West Nashville, Kilo Charlie 4 Tango November Quebec. Michael's moving over back to East Nashville, so you're going to get some more competition over there.
Yeah, Michael had a real good signal already, but you're down for tonight for some reason, Paul.
Yeah, I'll have to double check. I appreciate it though. I appreciate mentioning it. But it could be conditions. At least like I couldn't hear him hardly at all, and he couldn't hear me on 2 meters, which was kind of odd because I can usually hear him.
Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't hear him at all on 2 meters, but Jack come through the crank. So anyway, y'all have a good evening. Have a great day. Thank you.
Very good. That's Charles in Nashville, Kilo Oscar 4 Tango November Quebec. Who else is west? Very good. We got Greg in there with a solid signal. Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo. Who else is west? West. Hey, Frank, how are you?
I'm really good this evening, sir. First time to catch you on 28415, and I'm going to head over to Studio 23 shortly. Over.
Ah, very good. Which kind of antenna are you using on 10 meters there, Frank?
MA5
Oh, yeah, it's doing a great job for you. A couple of the guys that are south in your neck of the woods in Smyrna, they can't even hear me on their verticals. Well, one of them was the fella. I can't think of his name. Man, it's terrible. He lives right down the road from Tony. No, I didn't. It wasn't him. But anyway, I was just saying that he can't hear him. He can't hear me, and I can't hear him. And he's got a nice, multi-band vertical. He can't hear a thing.
Oh, okay, I'm with you. All right. I'll get back to it there, and I'll look forward to talking to you on 223 soon, okay?
Very good. We'll catch you later, Frank. That's Kilo 4 India, November Golf, and he is in, I think it's Smyrna, isn't it?
Oh, Roger, that's fine.
Yeah, very good. That's Smyrna. Who else is South? South or anywhere. All righty. No lollygaggers or lurkers out there on 10 meters tonight? Very good. Well, we'll close out that portion of the net, and we're going to move over to 223.415. I know we had 11, by the way, on that net. We had 29 on the previous 2-meter net, and we're moving over to the 223.415 on the 220 band. So we'll catch you there, K4P then.
Good night, Michael.
This is Kilo 4, Papa Echo Whiskey. Looking for check-ins on 223.415. All right, I had Tony in there, KF4, KFQ, who tended to be an orphan, but we'll live with that, see how it goes. He should be able to hear Frank, who'll be in there in a minute, I hope. And we also had Greg. Greg's called KB9. Yeah, no, Greg is KD9. Man, I even wrote your call down wrong. It's KD, not KB9, is it? No, I'm looking at the wrong Greg here. I'm sorry. It's KD4. Hey, Charlie Victor Echo. What anesthesia? Wipe me out here. Good to have you in there, Greg. Who else? Anybody else in there? All right, I heard TNQ, and I heard KC4 TNQ, and I also heard Whiskey Bravo 0 November Oscar Mark. Mark, are you copying everyone?
You're the only one I hear, Paul, but I'm still on a crappy antenna. The good one's laying horizontal on the garage floor.
Yeah, they don't hear too good when they're laying down on the floor.
Nope. But I'm hooked up to the disco, but it just doesn't work good.
Yeah, that's got like a negative gain, you know.
Yeah, it is. But I hear you. You sound great.
Ah, very good. So do you. I wouldn't have guessed you were on a disco. No, not at all. I mean, your signal's just real fine.
Yeah. Well, it's up at about 45 feet, so it's not on hell.
Ah, very good. No, it's doing good. It really is. To me, it's doing good, but you're having trouble hearing things, and that's a good reason why not. But it's a disco, you know. Anyway.
I'm sure that's why. I'll get the other one.
Yeah, hold on there, Tony. I had Chris. Charles? Are you copying? Who are you copying tonight? Oh wow, that's pretty slim pickings. We got a couple of orphans out there. You and Tony. Yeah, obviously 220 is more subject to conditions than 2 meters. Are you using an antenna at the same height as your other 2-meter antenna? Charles, are you using an antenna at the same height, or is it the same antenna, multi-band?
Yeah, I didn't know you was talking about. It's the same antenna. It's the tri-band antenna.
Oh yeah, then you've got the same one I do. I'd forgotten that. Yeah, so it's amazing how radical that is, because on 2 meters you got a killer receive from almost all areas, as far as I know.
Yeah, I hear most everybody tonight on 2 meters. I did hear the guy in Franklin. I didn't remember hearing him before, and he was talking to a guy in up north Hendersonville or something. No, I could hear him in the beginning, but then he just went away. Never heard him again. So I don't know if he was moving or what.
I'm not sure. I know he was mobile, and of course, mobile, it's subject to all kinds of. If he's not moving, something else is around him.
Yeah, Roger. So I think you said your wife was a nurse. She's been right on top of you, right?
Oh no, I'm glad she isn't. No, she's not a nurse. I said, no, she's not.
For some reason, I was thinking your wife was a nurse, but anyway, okay. Well, anyway, I hope she's taking care of you.
Oh yeah, no, she's great. She's great. She took the whole week off to make sure I was all right.
There you go. She loves you. All right. Have a good evening. 7:30, KC4. Thank you.
Yeah, very good. That was Charles, Kilo Charlie 4 Tango, November, Quebec. Is there anybody else in there?
78-4
Ah, very good. We got Paul in there over in Old Hickory. Everything. How are you copying people tonight, Paul?
Copying you, of course, is no problem. And where was the zero station located? About two contacts back, maybe.
Yeah, that was Mark. Whiskey Bravo Zero, November Oscar Oscar, and he's in Northwest Wilson County, fairly close to the Davidson line.
Oh, okay, I was copying him. Very, very good. Almost as good as you.
Yeah, he's got a crappy antenna at a good height. There's a disco, and I think he said at 40 or 45 feet.
Hey, you gotta love those discounts. I've got one, but that's not what I'm using now.
I tell you what, I remember when me and this buddy of mine, we decided when we were down in Florida, hey, let's try out a disco and see how good that works. And I said, well, that was a waste of money.
Yeah, but they're nice broadband.
Oh, no, no. Believe me, they have their advantages. The multi-band advantage of reception, they do really well. But if you're trying to get out with power, it ain't going to do it.
Oh yeah, you don't have any game there. Anyway, I just wanted to see if I could rattle your cage with this thing tonight.
Oh, yeah, doing fine. You weren't copying anybody else besides Mark?
I think that was the only one. I was kind of watching TV with the other eye.
Oh, I got you. Very good. Anyway, that's Paul and Old Hickory Whiskey Alpha 4, Foxtrot Hotel Yankee. Anybody else in there? All righty. I think we shall. I think we'll close the net rather than drag it out. I know some people have families they have attending to over the weekend, and so I look forward to hearing everybody Saturday night, either at the breakfast or at the net if anybody else can make it. Anyway, we had me and K4PEW, Tony, KF4KFQ in Smyrna, Greg, Kilo Delta 4 Charlie, Victor Echo in Antioch, Mark, Whiskey Bravo Zero, November, Oscar Oscar in Northwest Wilson County, Charles, Kilo Charlie 4 Tango, November, Quebec, in Nashville, and Paul, Whiskey Alpha 4 Foxtrot Hotel Yankee. I was doing some scribbling notes earlier this evening. I think we have about, hold on one second. There's about 10 people who are active to be on the frequency, although Stan is a little bit dry. I can hear Danny up in Gallatin, but there's about 10 of us at the moment who do have 220 capabilities that I can hear. Doesn't mean everybody can hear him, but we'll see. Anyway, my voice is about to give out here. There we go. I accidentally hit a button and went off frequency. Anyway, you guys have a great night. There was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 check-ins tonight on this. And like I said, there's about 10 or 11 or 12 of us who are active on this, and I'm sure it'll get bigger. K4PW, appreciate everybody checking in. You have a good night.
Hey, Paul, you missed Frank, K4ING.
Oh, I sure did. Isn't that funny? Frank, are you still there? Well, he was in on 28415. I didn't think I heard him on 220.
Yeah, he was on there. He called several times. In fact, he was talking to you, and apparently you either couldn't hear him or, I don't know. But he was blowing my doors off K450.
Well, he would do that, but I'm just saying that's funny. I don't think I heard him though. I heard him. No, I was trying to think. I heard him on the. Anyway, to see if Frank should be responding if he heard you. Got nothing. I'm putting him down as a relay, so that's K4ING Frank and Smyrna. Anyway, we'll catch you guys later. Have a good night. K4P.
73 K4KFQ, Bert. K4ING, K4KFQ. Are you still there?